I'm Eric, I'm a game designer, and today we're going to discuss the level design of Among Us. Analyze the first map, Skeld, to see what tricks it has up its sleeves to evoke fear and confuse players. The Skeld is not only aesthetically coherent, featuring elements you would expect in a spaceship, and honing in on those within each particular room. It is designed for optimal functionality, offering you a unique experience to each map in the game. The Skeld focuses on interconnectivity, small corridors and dead zones. The interconnectivity within the Skeld allows players to choose their own way to the next task. There are always two options, sometimes even three. Will you take the safest or the fastest route? Additionally, the connections between the areas can easily lead to confusion. Is the corpse in the cafeteria from someone in the med bay, the admin, or the weapons area? Vents also play into this idea. Imposters can quickly shift to another part of the map, completely separate from where the assassination occurred. The Skeld's design emphasizes on incomplete information. We need to make assumptions on where someone came from or where they went to next, but because there are different ways, we are prone to make mistakes, wrongly accuse someone. The lack of information ties into the small corridors. When walking there, you can see some parts of the other rooms, but just not quite enough to get a good overview of what is going on. This incomplete information forces us to make assumptions, which is exactly what Among Us wants us to do, because assumptions lead to more intense discussions. High emotions lead to intense discussions. The Skeld's map design promotes something I would phrase as the blind angle. In most rooms, if you do not enter them fully, you will miss out on crucial information, because there are blind angles, specific spots you just can't see when you're walking through the corridors regularly. You need to commit yourself to searching in this area. Just take a sneak peek. You know it's dangerous, but you have to do it. Weighing your own options and understanding the risk rewards attached to it is what the Skeld focuses on. The design forces you to expose yourself, to be vulnerable. Going into electrical all on your own is a death sentence. You have nowhere to run when the imposter appears, and the imposter has everywhere to hide, and can quickly vent out to another location. The map design of the Skeld can be segmented into three different sections: left side, middle side, and right side. The left side includes the upper engine, lower engine, nuclear, and security room. The left side is underpopulated. There's not much reason to go there unless you want to look at the cameras. Having a task in either upper or lower engine or nuclear is rare, and if you do have them, they're usually very swift. This design is deliberate. The security room provides a great advantage, but also a great risk. The moment an imposter notices someone is watching cameras, they can easily vent into your room, assassinate you, and no crewmate will find your body for a while. The medbay and electrical have more regular visitors. Unfortunately for them, the options are limited. Going into medbay or electrical is a commitment, especially when you venture out alone. It may cost you your life, and it doesn't provide much in return, because if someone finds you later on, it could be anyone who committed the crime. The middle part of the map with cafeteria, admin, storage presents the most safety for the crewmates. Here you will encounter your fellow crewmates or imposters most frequently. It is the most flexible section on the map. You can go anywhere from this location. What's so interesting is how each specific room in this area serves a different purpose, or at least has a gameplay dynamic which derives from the design. The cafeteria is perfect for getting together, but is also perfect for running away. If an imposter is chasing you, the cafeteria will provide you the most safety by running around the tables. And of course with a tempting emergency button, calling you over to press it. Although you know very well that the imposter is going to be faster and assassinate you right before you press that button. The admin room is usually the least suspicious area. It is a place to go to for many reasons. This means you're likely to be here with a couple of crewmates. But the moment you're alone and the imposter walks in, it is the worst place to be. The imposter can quickly vent out to oxygen, and no one will ever notice who was there. A body in admin basically means everyone is a suspect now. The storage space is actually the best place to orient yourself, to find where you want to go next. It's a smaller room than cafeteria, and the connections to all the other sides are more easily accessible. Storage is a place you run through to get somewhere else. The right side of the map is quite accessible. The corridors are ingrained within the rooms. There's a rather good overview of what is going on. Except for navigation. Navigation may be the most vulnerable spot on the map, but it can also be the most valuable one. Seeing someone go in there from the cameras is suspicious, or seeing someone go out of there without having completed a task can be of great insight in understanding who's the imposter and who's the crewmate. The interconnectivity of the Skeld increases the pace of the game, but it also increases the confusion and misunderstanding of specific actions, because it is hard to track where someone came from and what they were doing. The Skeld doesn't provide ultimate freedom. Instead, it forces you to choose between a couple of options. Because you've committed yourself to something, and you don't see anyone else around, there's this tension. You feel vulnerable, and before you know it, your worst nightmare has arrived. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Game Designer Plays. Next week we will be back covering the second map of Among Us. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And then I hope to see you back in my next video. See you there. Bye bye.